I don't think people realize how expensive the RTX 5080 and the RTX 5090 are actually going to be. The RTX 5070 Ti right here has me really excited because the main problem that we're going to end up running into is that companies like MSI, Gigabyte, Asus, etc. all need to mark these up a certain percentage, not a certain amount, a certain percentage. So the more expensive a graphics card gets from Nvidia, the more that you and I are going to have to pay because that percentage is impacting the price. I'm trying to think of a way to not sound miscombobulated with what I'm saying. And to everybody that's always asking me the gameplay in the background, it is called World War Z. That is the name of the game. It is a super cool, fun zombie shooting horde type game. But what we're going to talk about right now is the percentages going up. All right. So I want to show you this right here. This is one of the RTX 5080s. This right here, Gigabyte, up to 40%. 40%. Let that sink in for a moment. 40%. Let's just go. What is 40% of 2000? Let's do it real quick. So $800. Let me just show you right now. This is $800. The other day when I said that these companies like MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, please keep in mind they have all posted this on their social media pages. This is not me just like talking crap and spitting things out of my mouth that are not actually factual. All right, like MSI has posted this. I'm pretty sure Asus has posted it. Not sure about Gigabyte, but we literally have proof right here that I'm showing you. 40% higher than the MSRP version of an RTX 5080. Now, this is going to happen with the RTX 5090 as well. You need to keep this in mind. This is not just going to end up happening with the RTX 5080, which is why I'm excited for the RTX 5070 Ti specifically, because if this is going to be on par, yes, look, okay, AI, fully understand. And I think that there's a reason people are, I actually want to show you this, okay? Because I think this is Clara, I think is her name. I think this is part of the reason that really are you going to make me like not, okay, here it is. This right here is whoa, everybody relax. So this right here, I watched the other night. You guys really got to go watch this, okay? She's so talented at what she does. She's pretty. Yes, I know. Everybody's gonna be like, yo, you only watch her because she's pretty. She is pretty, but listen, dude. Like you would think this is a podcast, but you can see right here. Like she doesn't like just, she always over delivers with her content. This is such a good episode. But anyways, the reason I was showing that and explaining that to you is because I think I like Nvidia for reasons that aren't just gaming. Like I really don't care if my RTX 5090 gets me 100 more frames than a 4090, 200 frames more than a 4090, or 7,000 million more frames than a 4090. I just don't care because quite frankly, dude, how many of us actually have a monitor that's 4K 240 hertz? Like I have a 4K 144 hertz OLED. The 4090 is already capable of playing games. So I genuinely do not care if my 5090 is going to get me 10 more FPS that I literally can't even tell a difference with. All right. So what people need to understand, dude, is that when people start complaining about, oh the 5090 can't even play this game at 60 FPS or this game at 60 FPS. Okay, so you're going to complain that a 5090 can't accomplish 60 FPS in Cyberpunk or Black Myth Wukong. How come people don't care about the graphics card being able to play games at 8K in a playable state? Red Dead Redemption 2, playable at 8K. Jack Frags made a few videos on the 8K regarding the 5090. Which I love Jack Frag's review of the graphics card. I freaking hate the synthetic benchmarks. I really do. I genuinely hate this. It doesn't make any sense. And he even said that in his video too, which is why I like it. So anyways, I just don't care, okay? But it just doesn't make sense to me how people can go about complaining about, you know what, dude? I really don't even care. I don't even care. I'm going to show it right now. Hold on. No, it's not. Moore's Law is dead. right? That's what it is. Yeah, this guy. Okay. I mean, I follow him, and I'm not saying anything negative at all. I already listened to this podcast, but is this the one? Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the one. All right. So again, I'm not being disrespectful at all. I like his content, but I'm just so you can go and watch this 2-hour podcast if you don't believe me and you feel like I'm just like talking out of my rear end. So this right here, they're complaining about DLSS 4. They're talking about how bad it is and why it's so pathetic and how it's just a joke and it's ridiculous, right? They're talking about, and keep in mind, please keep in mind, this is everybody. This is not just Moore's Law is dead. And it just baffles me. It's ridiculous that this happens, okay? So we're like complaining about DLSS 4 right here. And then we come... Is this... No, that's not it. Where's the FSR? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Just listen to this, okay?
Hardware to accelerate upscaling. So there you go. Well, FSR4 might only support RDNA4.
You can, okay, so there you go. You don't even need, you can just tell by his voice he's happy and he's excited. What the frick, dude? How does that make any sense? Okay, people are bitching and moaning about DLSS AI and how it's just a joke, it's pathetic, it's ridiculous, dude. Like, who cares about DLSS? Oh, here comes AMD with their FSR. Let's go. Let's go. We're so excited for FSR. Let's go. I can't wait for FSR to be so good. It's so awesome. It's so epic. Dude, it's the same thing. It's even worse than DLSS. But people are like, fucking, oh, I can't wait for FSR. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. And then we're like, oh my god, I hate DLSS, it's such a joke, oh what the fuck, stupid Nvidia, their DLSS is such a shit fest. Dude, I don't give a flying FUCK if it is open source. It is literally the exact same fucking thing. It is the same thing. People complain about DLSS, but they're so excited for FSR. It is literally the exact same thing. Okay. Let me just go. Just so we're clear to all those tech geniuses about to go into the comment, is FSR the same as DLSS? I really hope I'm not stupid and about to eat my words. All right. So they serves the purpose AMD General considered more widely compatible with different graphics cards, while DLSS is exclusive to the Nvidia RTX GPUs and often considered to have a better image quality due to its AI-based approach. Holy moly there, camera. What are you doing with your ISO? Damn, bro. That was wild. You're going a little crazy with your ISO there, camera. Jeez and Louise. Is that better? I don't know why it was on auto. Alright, well. Now I understand why my lighting's been all fucking messed up. You guys have no idea how annoying it's been to edit that. I didn't realize it was my ISO. I caught it in my my eyeball. Really, now you made me get off topic and forget. So, developer FSR is developed alright, so let me show you this really quickly, okay? So DLSS heavily utilizes AI for upscaling, while FSR primarily oh my god, soda burp. While FSR really, why is that so hard for me to pronounce? Primarily uses traditional image processing algorithms. Compatible FSR works on a wider range of graphics cards, including both AMD and Nvidia, while DLSS is only available on Nvidia RTX GPUs. So is that why people are complaining about it? Is it the same reason that people are complaining about the 5090 being too expensive? Look, dude, I really am not trying to say this to be ignorant or be a douchebag. I'm really not trying to be that guy, all right? But listen to me, dude. I'm just being honest with this, and if I'm honest with myself and I was in the situation where I could not afford it, I absolutely would do the same thing. But people that can't be honest with themselves, please don't leave your opinion down in the comments based off of what I'm about to say, all right? People do not complain about things that they are not forced to buy unless they want to buy it but can't afford it. That is just a fact, okay? That is just a fact. So yes, the 5090 being $2,000 from Nvidia, and then the third-party sellers like MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, etc., having to charge $2,500 just to break even with the frigging graphics card. I get it, dude. I don't want to pay that either. Who would? Like, I don't get if you have $1 million, $10 million, $1 billion. It doesn't matter. Nobody wants to pay more for something just to pay more. That just doesn't make sense. Like, would you, if you have $100 in your pocket right now, and you can go buy a $1 bag of cookies, would you just love to pay $10 for that exact bag of cookies just so you can tell everybody you bought a $10 bag of cookies? It's literally the same thing, dude, just a different price gap. Okay? So no, I don't want to pay $2,000 for a graphics card either. I'm just saying people complain about things because they want it but can't afford it. You're not forced to buy it. All right? You can go buy an RTX 2080. Boom, $100. There it is, gone. You get DLSS now. Yes, it's not DLSS 4 with the RTX 50 series, but listen, dude, I just can't wrap my head around it. I know I'm talking about that. It's just, I just can't wrap my head around it. It is so ridiculous. It's such a pathetic joke that people complain about that. It makes absolutely no sense. It's literally the exact same thing. It's just FSR is more compatible with more graphics cards across both platforms, and it doesn't use AI. That could be another reason people are complaining, is it's because it's AI. It's just because it's AI. It's not that AI is just clearly better. Like, hello. Why? Like, let's see. Like, would Nvidia really be? Yes, I'm fully aware that they dropped like 20% the other day with the whole Chinese DeepSeek stuff. If you're really, I'm not going to say nothing about it because I don't want to sound rude. But if you really want to download that application, go for it. But I'm going to go ahead and keep my information here in America. That's all I'm going to say. So, dude, listen, all right? And look, I prefer performance too. I really do, dude, okay? But, like, it's just, what I'm about to say is a perfect example of this, all right? Tesla, Lamborghini, Tesla, just as fast as a Lamborghini. Is it electric? Absolutely. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares? Lamborghini raw performance. This is the powerhouse, the RTX 4090. This is the 4090 over here, raw performance, raw. This is the 5090 over here. Oh, I'm a Tesla. I'm a 5090. I'm electric. I'm AI. I'm just little pew, pew. Is it the same experience, dude? No, it isn't. This is fun. This is just point A to point B. Fast. It's just fast. But when we're talking about fast, speed, point A to point B, fast, just as fast. It's literally the same speed as a twin turbo Huracan, dude. Like, listen, top speed, fully aware. Yes, fully aware. I'm very, 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 very aware. Okay, listen. To all the factual, intelligent geniuses that need everything factual to the exact specific number. I get it, dude. Yes, Tesla, 200 miles per hour. Oh, gee, only 200 miles per hour. Then you get your Lamborghini over here that goes like 220. Jeez, damn. I'm so upset that my Tesla's 20 miles per hour slower than the fucking Lamborghini. I'm just so sad. It's just so pathetic. It's so pathetic. It just doesn't make sense to me, dude. AI, raw performance, it doesn't matter. Let me just say something to you right now, okay? Have you ever, hold on. Please tell me that we didn't, hold on. I'm actually going to go to my history so I don't have to search it on YouTube again. All right, here we go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm glad I literally just watched this last night, so I actually remember it. All right, so what I'm searching for right now is how your graphics card, your entire life, all those graphics cards that you apparently think are showing you an image are absolutely not showing you the full image. Did you realize that? Your entire life. to all those people that have been like actually that have actually been complaining about the 50 series using so much AI, and why it's just such a joke, and why everybody is just so upset with the 50 series having AI, when literally since 2012 Nvidia has been focused on AI. Bet you didn't know that either, did you? Go watch this 1 hour podcast. Go for it. You're good. All right, so here we go.
If these are the 500,000 perfect pixels in the screen, what is...
So what is it? There you go. So, oh my God, I just paused that at the best frame ever. So pretty much this is what your graphics card is rendering. This is what your graphics card is rendering right here. This is what your actual graphics card is rendering. This is AI.
Another 8 million. And it fills in the rest
There you
of the
go.
screen, and it's perfect.
There you go. He literally just explained it to you. He literally just told you what I want to tell you. Jensen, literally the man designing the graphics card. Are you smarter than him? Are you smarter than him, Mr. Comment Warrior? Dude, and I don't think people realize, like, I read Reddit. Okay, listen, I'm not, when I say you, I'm not talking to you, like the person watching the video. I'm talking in a, like, the overall bucket of people interested in this stuff. Because, man, look, I really do. Like, is it not obvious that I enjoy what I'm sharing with people? Is it not obvious I'm energetic and actually like what I'm sharing? Look, I get it. I'm fully aware that I don't necessarily stick to the main topic that I'm always talking about. But when you go to my channel and you read the description of my channel, how about you look at that? How about you look at that? What is my channel about? I'm your online goofy friend that talks about stuff. It's literally the description of my channel. I am not a fucking news channel. I'm just saying. So, and especially like, yeah, I've mentioned it so many times that I'm not going to keep on bringing it up, because it's just, I feel like I'm regurgitating the same statement, but it really is. It's hilarious that people will whine and complain about me getting off topic when the title and thumbnail was literally spoken about within the first 10 seconds of the video, and they actually enjoy the video and are actually watching the video and literally listening to me get off topic for 17 minutes, yet they're going to tell me I'm getting off topic. Seems like I'm the one doing something right if you've actually watched the video to 17 minutes. Am I wrong about that? I would think that would be considered a pretty good time frame to like have people watch. So just saying, bro, you know. But the RTX 5070, the reason I'm excited for this, dude, is because of the percentage that these companies are having to the 50. I don't see this as being that bad. I don't really see this as a big deal, but I don't think the 5080 is going to be worth it. I'm just being real with you on that one. And the reason I don't think the 5080 is going to be worth it is because it's not like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's not I want to say it's not a big performance jump, but that's not what I'm trying to think of. I don't know how to explain it. You guys can kind of. So the RTX 5090 is, yes, it's double the price. It's way more. It's more than double the price. Or it's going to be more than double the price. Just like, so it's probably going to be double the price of this. It's going to be like $2,500, 26, 27. It's going to be between 25 and $3,000. I guarantee you it, dude. Like, wait a couple more days. I'll literally buy you a 5090 if I'm wrong about that. But the 5080 is just like, okay, so the 4090 is technically going to be better, at least for content creation, which I care about more. And you see, the problem is I am getting into AI right now. And I do think that with how they're developing the 50 series, I do think that there's going to be some sort of like fake way to preview things in I'm just gonna use when I had my animation channel and I was making the animations in Blender and Cinema 4D. All right, so the 4090 was the only graphics card where I could actually preview the actual, like, man, brain fart moment, the actual whatever creation. What the frig? I don't know why I can't think of it, but you get my point. Like, it was the only graphics card that could actually preview what I had created in that world without having to render it out. So, there's also another person that 5090 creator video editing. I forget his name. I'm terrible. This is it right here, right? Yeah, this is him. So this is the other guy that I watched the other day. So this is a 4090 and, or 5090, and he was just kind of. All right, so yeah, so this is the one where he was like going over the. Wait, is this the right? I don't think this is the same video. Yeah, well, either way, he was talking about it, and like he's able to like play back like 4K, like the from the FX30 camera, which is the camera that I use. Like it has like this 10-bit raw, like whatever type of file. I don't know. And then like there's the red camera, like Marquise Brown uses the red camera, and like super like millionaire YouTubers use that camera, and that records in like 8K, and it's able to like play back these files. But I don't like, at least in the H.265 HEVC codec in that format, like my PC is able to play that back perfectly fine. Also, to anybody that does have a 285K, I do want to say that there is a new BIOS update that is going to be rolling out. It is the second. I'm going to go ahead and 200 Intel series BIOS, second one. All right, so I'll show you guys this right here. So the field update, that's what it is. So field update, Intel 200 series field update. Yeah, here it is. So the field, whoa, no, second field update. Right, there are like mobile family core. Really? All right, hold on. Is this 2 of 2? Thank you. So I did click the original right link. But obviously you need to go to your motherboard manufacturer's website and download the BIOS if you even have it. Mine, Asus hasn't updated theirs for the Z890 yet, so and I haven't had any problems with my computer, but it would be nice to see if there is that 25% performance bump. I really don't use my computer for gaming anymore. The games that I play, dude, are like I've told you guys, and I would love to start doing gameplays. I found one of the coolest Star Wars games ever last night, or 2 nights ago, not last night. It was one of the I forget the name of it, but so hello. No, I don't care. Hello, would you like to go to my platform? Is that it? Yeah, there we go. So I like playing like my old Super Nintendo games, bro. That's what I like. I like playing me some Chuck Rock. The belly bouncing. That's such a weird game. I miss the old games, bro. I really do. Like, I don't like, how did companies go from creating these like super crazy, unique, weird, WTF fun, like just like super shareable games, to just trying to make the biggest, like most to do video game, if that makes sense. Like, just like Star Citizen as an example. Huge open world that's been in freaking beta or alpha for like 13 years. And I'm not going to complain about it being an alpha, because in all fairness, there's not really any other game that has even attempted to do what they're doing. But like, then we got like No Man's Sky. Yes, fully aware it's a great game now. When that first came out, though, it was pretty bad. You know, it's like a massive game. And then you get my point. Like, all these gaming companies are just trying to make the biggest game possible with the most amount of stuff to do in it, with the most amount of items, with the most amount of microtransaction shops. You get my point. Just like the biggest world possible. Whereas like these games on the Super Nintendo, dude, just like literally using Super Mario World as an example. A plumber that eats mushrooms and spits fireballs that rides around on a dinosaur and jumps on flying turtles. Just let that sink in for a moment. It's like the psychedelic era of video games. It's literally the only way to describe the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. The psychedelic era of video games. Literally tripping when they think of Mario. You can't tell me I'm wrong about that, bro. Literally eats a mushroom, spits fireballs, rides around on a dinosaur, and jumps on flying turtles. You gonna tell me that brother that made that game wasn't tripping when he thought of that? Nah, dude, no. He was definitely tripping, and he was tripping hard. All right, so I think let's go over the 5070 price here. $750. That's how much this is going to cost, and that's why I'm excited for this. Is because if the 5080 is going to be Nvidia's price, keep in mind the 5080 is going to be $1,000, the 5090 is going to be $2,000, and the 5070 is going to be $750. That means what is 40% of 750? 750. So $300. So the 5070 Ti is going to be the 5070 Ti is going to be around $1,000, which I agree is expensive, man. But look, I'm trying to be real, okay? Like I'm trying because what I mean by trying to be real is I'm trying to like be where I'm at now and keep my opinion like honest, like how I actually feel right now, but I also know what it would feel like to want something and not be able to have it. And I understand that when people really enjoy something and it's out of reach for them, that they get upset about that. And I used to be that way too, man. Like I used to have to think about buying a console, a $400 or $500 console. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. This is super embarrassing and I'm very ashamed by this. Okay. So I need you to understand that I'm saying this because I do understand where people are coming from with the prices of things and how expensive everything is getting. Dude, I used to be on Social Security Disability, SSDI is what I was on. And dude, I was surviving off of $600 or $700 a month from age 18 all the way to 28 years old. I know I don't look it, I know I don't act it, and I know I don't sound it. I'm 36 years old. I was born in 1989, which is why my gaming channel was originally called Super Dan 1989. So I understand the people that are in this situation. I was on food stamps. I was on cash assistance. I was in subsidized disabled housing. Okay. So I do understand. I get it, man. But I also need to think about where I am right now. And I need to think about other people that are where I am right now, who can see this stuff and who are working hard and who do have the ability to buy new things and who are excited for new things, because I'm not going to just simply hop on the bandwagon of everybody complaining because the mass majority of people are complaining. Hence Red Gaming Tech. Look, I'm not Red Game, whatever the podcast is that I showed you. Moore's Law is dead. Dude, it makes no sense for somebody like him to be complaining about DLSS. He clearly knows what DLSS is. He clearly knows what FSR is. He wouldn't have a channel with the following that he has if that was not the case. The reason that he is complaining about DLSS and then praising FSR is because that is what Reddit does. That is what Twitter does. That is what Facebook does. Dude, even like the really big creators that you see, like Gamers Nexus has talked about this. Linus Tech Tips has talked about this. And they say the same thing. It's literally the same thing, dude. Like, watch honest creators that are being honest and aren't just hopping on the bandwagon because it's what gets them views. All right? So anyways, the reason I'm saying that, dude, is because I'm trying to think, like, I get it. The 5070 Ti, it's supposed to be $750. But listen, dude, you and I both know that's not going to happen. This is going to happen across the board with the 50 series because of artificial intelligence. It's just going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. People are interested in AI. They're starting AI businesses. I myself am working on one. It's going to be free for you, but I'm working on one myself. Okay. So these AI agents that are like going viral right now, I'm actually going to talk about this because might as well. So there's some other stuff that I wanted to share. So the Sony just barely introduced their first OLED monitor. It is going to be 1440p, 480 hertz, which is wild. That's crazy. The EU proposed a ban on video game equipment sales over to Russia, which I just thought was hilarious. Microsoft ended up planning Xbox games over to the Xbox plans to bring really Joe Biden mouth. Xbox plans. You get my point. Xbox is bringing their games to Nintendo. Why the fuck I can't? This is why I don't like reading to you guys, and I just like to talk. So the Zenless Zone Zero revealed new agents for the version 1.6. And then Dying Light ended up offering their first DLC in over 4 years free of charge. Obviously, this would be for the gaming channel. This is what this dedicated video was. But and then the DeepSeek stuff I wanted to talk about. So these AI agents, all right, what ends up happening is they're fucking employees, dude. That's what they are, right? I don't know, man. I hate that I even have to think about it. Dude, I really miss the way YouTube used to be. It really. So look, dude. All right. So okay, so I'm just gonna say I don't say this to be disrespectful because I can't think of another way to put it, right? If you don't have a job that is even remotely somewhat valuable, if you're not providing value to a company, you absolutely will be replaced. You are going to be replaced, okay? That is just a fact. Like, we are at a point right now where these AI agents are quite literal employees. Like doctors are going to be replaced, which is, at least to me, the best thing in the fucking world. I hate our medical system. It is an absolute nightmare for anybody that does not have health insurance. And to all the people, oh, why don't you have health insurance? Dude, I'm self-employed. I've never been employed. All right. I meant what I said about being on disability. Like, from age 11 to 18, I was in inpatient programs, psych wards, residential centers. You get my point. Like, my whole life, my whole childhood, 11 to 18 was nothing but hospitals. And when I turned 18, you're able to refuse treatment. So I refused treatment, and I lived with my parents up until like 19 or 20. They eventually kicked me out, and I was homeless for 3 years, quite literally homeless for 3 years. Eventually, I got on disability, was able to like afford food and shit. I've been arrested like 15 or 20 times because I couldn't afford food from the grocery store. So I was stealing food from the grocery store. Dude, like, I came from the bottom of the barrel. Like, I literally came from like one of the darkest places ever. So I do, which is why I said what I said. I understand why people are upset with the prices of everything. And I don't even remember where I was going or why I was explaining this. Really? I don't remember why I was explaining this. Where were we headed? Dude, I really do. Sometimes it even irritates me. But at the same time, look, dude, it causes engagement. It causes people to leave the comment. And like, I didn't intentionally do it that time. But there are times that I intentionally do what I do. There are times that I intentionally do it. where I put where I put stuff that I want to say to a halt because it causes the engagement in the comment section. Like, oh wait, what was that? Like what? Like why were so like what's gonna happen with what I like? Why were you in the hospitals from age 11 to 18? I guarantee you, there's gonna be that we're fucking 30 minutes into the video, so there won't be that. But if it was like 10 minutes into the video, somebody would have left the comment, why were you in hospitals? Like, what were you struggling with? Or somebody's going to be able to say like, dude, like, thank you for sharing that. Like, I actually, you know, I'm in that position where I'm on disability right now. So like, dude, I really, oh, extensions, AI, I knew it would come back to me. So anyways, you get my point. I was just saying that people would be in the comments. So, which I was explaining that because I knew it always comes back to me. It's just a matter of how long. Normally, it's as soon as I hit the stop recording button. But the AI agent's replacing people. So, rather than rambling on about what they are, pretty much what I want to do is I want to create some sort of AI agent that helps people that want to start a business in the gaming and tech space pretty much just take care of them. So I want them to be able to start not necessarily a business, like a full-blown business, but I want them to get to a point where they can make enough money to take care of themselves and not have to be stuck in the rat race and not have to be stuck in a 9-to-5 that they fucking hate and have to wake up for every single day. I want people to be free. I want people to be able to enjoy life. I want people to be able to take something that they enjoy, which if you're watching any of my videos across any of my channels, you clearly enjoy things that I enjoy, or else you wouldn't be watching my content. Or I got whatever. You get my point. So I know people are interested in gaming. I know people are interested in PCs. I know people are interested in like all this like technology related to gaming and that sort of stuff, you know? So I know that I can help people do this because I have done it myself. So I want to design some sort of AI agent or some sort of like Google Chrome extension AI agent, freaking hybrid type of thing, where it can help guide you, again, free. And the reason it's going to be free is literally why I'm talking about this. They're fucking replacing everyone. So if I can just go to ChatGPT and figure this stuff out in like whatever, a few days, where I like, dude, and this is like something that really irritates, like, I work by myself. I've tried to hire employees. I haven't done that I did that for like maybe 2 or 3 months where people were editing my videos and I felt like a fucking idiot. Because I really don't, dude. I don't know about you, but I really just, I can't not be me. I just can't do it. It makes me depressed. And I know that sounds like such an awkward thing to say, but it does, because what people don't understand, dude, is I do YouTube because I grew up with nobody. I've never had anybody, and I still don't have people to be around that are like me. And I get people that want to be around me because of things that I have. That's it. And it's like, okay. It's even with the PC, at least locally, most people that buy from YouTube they're very appreciative and they say thank you and whatever and that kind of stuff. But most people that I sell computers to locally, like, they don't care, dude. Right? Like, they just don't care, like, the goals that I have and how I'm doing this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So you get my point. Like, they can't even go leave a review or something. I literally just fucking built them a computer free of charge, and they can't even take 5 seconds to go leave a review. It's just common sense for me to do. Hey, somebody just gave back to me. I go do something for them. That's just how that's how I grew up. And yes, it's my fault for not asking. I always forget. If it's not obvious, I don't have the like most like intelligent brain to remember everything. My memory is kind of toast. So yes, I forget, and I get whatever. I lost track with where I was. So AI agent, I just want to design something that helps people. And me, like, I do what I do because it brings a sense of purpose. Despite it being in the tech space and being in the gaming space, it does give me a sense of purpose, because when I was in that rabbit hole from age, like whatever, while I was homeless and while I wanted to get better, but I couldn't get better, or I could get better, but it was like I didn't have the whatever, the know-how or the willpower to actually get better, because I just thought I was broken. I didn't realize like what was actually going on. But eventually I watched Andrew Huberman, one of his videos, and he was explaining the addiction and mental illness and how the brain actually operates, and how there's the animal reptilian part of your brain, and then there's the prefrontal cortex part of your brain, and the animal reptilian part of your brain, I forget the name of it, which is why I'm calling it the reptilian part of your brain. It just like it's keeping you breathing without you needing to think, hey, breathe. It's keeping your blood flowing without like telling your blood, hey, move through that vein right there and this vein right here and whatever. You know, your hunger cues, which I don't really have anymore, but you get my point. Like your animal reptilian part of your brain is just kind of keeping you going. It's keeping you alive. It's keeping you going, you know? And then the prefrontal cortex is the you. It's the physical you that has the ability to act upon what your animal brain is like poofing out of nowhere. So like an example, if I'm trying to think of like something that would actually relate to the majority of people, like, so whether it's like a food addiction or alcohol addiction or smoking or a video game addiction or some sort of habit that you have, biting your nails or something, like these things, they seem like they come out of nowhere. And if you're unaware of what is happening, so basically your animal and reptilian part of your brain does things that satisfy you and keep you alive. So for me, it was an eating disorder. And the reason I developed the eating disorder was because I used to be extremely overweight, and then I started playing basketball. I was losing weight. People told me I looked good, and I went completely overboard with it. So I went from, and this is like 5th grade, keep in mind. So I wasn't very tall. I was like 5'8" maybe. And I weighed like 250, 300 pounds. Like I was very, 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 very overweight. And I got bullied a lot. But regardless, within a matter of a year or two, I went from nearly 300 pounds down to like 120 pounds. And the reason it was because I was anorexic and I wasn't eating and I was over exercising and all of this kind of stuff. And then in school, we had health class, which was, I really don't want to explain this because whatever. I don't want to go any further with that because I don't want to be the guy that is the health class that was for me. So I don't want to go down that path. But anyways, fuck, dude. I keep forgetting where I'm going with this because I'm so far off of what the video was supposed to be about that I'm like really forgetting. Normally I don't go down the rabbit hole this far. But I know where I was, but regardless, man, I want people to know that I do care, and I'm trying to remember where I was at, but I don't think it's going to come back to me. I think I went way too far. But hopefully, like, my story is inspiring to people. Hopefully, like, obviously it depends on which channel you're on, but you know, even if it's the smaller PC channel or the gaming channel or the car channel or whatever, dude, like hopefully the things that I'm sharing with people and hopefully the proof that I do have with what I'm doing and where I'm at in life, hopefully that can be an inspiration to people from what I just barely said to you. I came from the bottom of the barrel, and I know the worst part about it is they fucking trap you. They trap you and they make it a miserable nightmare to get off of all of that stuff. It is so if there are people that are aware of others that are on disability and on food stamps and all that kind of stuff, I just want to say something, that the people who are on that kind of stuff, I guarantee you, despite what you think about those people, a lot of them have attempted to get off of that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that just want more with their life, which is what happened to me. YouTube started doing really well for me, and I wanted more with my life. But what you need to understand is that Social Security, the Health and Human Services, they actually, to be fair, the food stamps and the cash, that was very easy to get off of. I just didn't refill out the whatever application. So that wasn't very hard to fucking get off of. But Social Security, that was very, 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 very difficult for me to get off of. The main reason for them, at least one of the hardest parts about it for me, is that because of me being in hospital, and this is no excuse, this is just me being honest with you, okay? Because I was in the hospitals from age 11 to 18, I wasn't in school to learn about things like taxes. I wasn't in school to like know all of like how you're supposed to be an adult. I just didn't know. So when I got out of the hospital, obviously it was quite a few years. I was just kind of living my life in that black pit, the black hole of whatever, nothing. And then when I turned about, I want to say it was between 27 and 28 years old is when I started YouTube. It was about 10 years ago. And so I was doing YouTube for like, I want to say probably 4 or 5 years. And while during this time period, I was in disabled housing, and I want people to understand that I wasn't just like ignoring my taxes. I just did not know about them. But the craziest part about this is that Social Security was asking me for my income. I was showing them my income. I was sending them the paperwork of how much I was making off of YouTube. That was my only income source. The same thing with my housing, which they didn't do anything to me. They just based my rent off of how much I was making from YouTube. And then also the Health and Human Services. Like I was sending all these like these government things, my income. I just didn't know about taxes. So, but everybody knew about how much I was making. So here comes the really messed up, sick, twisted part, which made it very difficult for me to progress. And they kind of trapped me with this. So probably about 4 or 5 years after I was doing YouTube and I was earning all the money, just literally fucking showing everybody how much I was making, I saw a YouTube video from somebody that I watched. It was like how YouTubers are supposed to go about doing their taxes and how they can save money on taxes. And normally I wouldn't have clicked on it, but it was somebody that I actually liked watching. And I watched it. So I messaged my mom after, and I said, "Hey, like, am I supposed to be doing this?" She's like, "Yeah, Dan." So of course I did. So I did. I went and I filed my taxes. And obviously, you can imagine 5 years worth of late fees from the IRS. It was a lot of money. It was a little under $30,000. So I had all those fees. Then about a month or two later, Social Security came after me. And Social Security put me in, like, they also charged me a bunch of fees because apparently when you're on Social Security disability, you can't have more than $2,000 in the bank, or they're like, if you have over $2,000 in the bank, they're not supposed to give you like a Social Security check, which is just like, we really are getting so fucking far up. Hopefully, you know, I'm gonna keep going. I don't really care. Whatever. I know this really is. I'm just trying to share my personal story, dude. All right. I'm just trying to be honest, but I just don't remember why I'm explaining this, which is fucking irritating me. So, and I've been trying to remember this the past like 10 minutes. I know I'm explaining this for a reason. I just can't remember. I should probably stop the video and rewatch it. But so you can't have over that $2,000 or else they're not supposed to pay you. So pretty much over this 4 or 5 year period, every single payment, because throughout this whole time period, I was making YouTube. It was doing pretty well for me. And throughout this time period, I was just trying to save money. I wanted to better my life. I just wanted to do better. Okay. So like throughout this whole time period, I'm like saving the money. So obviously I have over $2,000, and I go to file my taxes. So then Social Security comes back to me and sends me their fine, which their fine was a little over $20,000. So you see, like, I have this, like, these fines of 60 grand. and then they still limit you. I don't know if I haven't been on it for a long time, but I'm pretty sure they still limit you to a certain amount that you can have in the bank. And it's absolute fucking nightmare. You might think, okay, and look, dude, I get it. I understand. Again, both situations, both sides. I'm fully aware, okay? So I'm on both sides. I understand what wealthy people are thinking right now. And I also understand what the people in this position, like where I was, are thinking. They're two totally different thought processes. And I'm fully aware of both of them. The people over here are thinking, well, these people are just stealing my money through taxes, and they're over here doing nothing. And then these people over here are thinking the exact opposite, where these people over here should be paying more in taxes so that they can continue to have more money. And the reason that these people over here are thinking that isn't because they need more money. At least for me, it wasn't that I needed more money. It was that I needed to not be locked into that $2,000 fucking limit. That is such a joke. That's such a pathetic joke, and that makes it so difficult to get off of all of that stuff. I want you to just imagine this, okay? Imagine, like, just think about how much rent is anywhere in the whole country. If you go to like a pretty rural area that doesn't have much going on, it's probably going to be like around $1,000, right? Minimum. Like, at least where I live in New Hampshire, that's pretty much your average rent is probably right around $1,200 in New Hampshire. And that's not like, New Hampshire's not a big like city populated state, right? And then you get into the like more expensive places where, you know, that's where most people are struggling, you know, like in the city area, where that's like $1,500 for rent. And yes, I'm fully aware rent is way more, okay, for the most part, but I'm trying to like be realistic with the person in this situation way down here. They're looking for the cheapest rent possible. So I'm trying to use that as a reference, because anybody that was in the position I was in where they needed to get into subsidized housing know how long that wait list is. It's like 5-10 years. So not everybody can just go, oh, hey, I don't have money, I need to get into a subsidized. Most people can't do that. Most people that need that are going to be like in that 5-year wait period, if not 10. So anyways, the reason I'm saying this, dude, and the reason I had to explain that is because the people that do have money and that are making a lot of money and have to deal with the fucking IRS robbing 50% of your income, that happens to me too, man. I don't like it either, all right? It's ridiculous, okay? But so I get it. I understand those people that are making a pretty good chunk of change, but these people over here, I promise you, a good majority of them are trying to better their life. I promise you, man. It's just that they make it really fucking hard to get off of that stuff. And the reason it's so hard is because of that cap. $2,000 rent alone is half of that, let alone groceries, let alone gas, let alone what they need in order to start their business and get going. It's either a stay on it or drop it situation. They don't give you a middle ground. All right. And the reason that I want to help people with this is because I figured out how to do this myself. And this took me a really long time and a lot of networking to understand how to do it. You absolutely need to do it through self-employment. You absolutely need to be an entrepreneur. And yes, you do need to do some sort of self-employed thing. But I mean, you might be able to do it with another job. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm just sharing my experience and how I went about doing it. I know that I can help people do this. And so yeah, you either stay on it or you don't. Because that $2,000 limit, that is so hard to get anywhere off of. We're talking bottom of the barrel rent, $1,000. Bills, another $300 or $400. Food, I spoil myself with food, so this is going to sound ridiculous, but you know, food for me is about $1,500 a month. So like, before it was food pantries and whatever. I really don't, and this is why I say what I say. Like, once you hit a certain amount of money, there's not really anything that you can do with it. Like, like, and I know I'm just using 10 grand as an example because it's just such an easy number to use. But like, once you get to that point where you're making about $10,000 a month, there's not really anything you can do with it. There's not like, and I said this the other day and somebody left a fucking comment like, yo, you can't buy a Lamborghini with $10,000 a month. Dude, if you're profiting $10,000 a month, they don't care about you having $10,000 a month. They care about the amount of cash flow that's going into your bank. There's a reason that statement exists, cash flow. There's a cash flow. What that means is, let's say I sell or make $100,000, but I need to buy things in order to make that $100,000. So my net profit is $10,000. So if I have $100,000, spend $90,000 in order to make the $10,000, they don't care that I made $10,000. They see $100,000 worth of cash flow going into my bank account. Unlike a mortgage, car dealers don't need fucking 3 years worth of income. They look at your past like 3 or 4 bank statements. That's it. So if they see 400 grand and you paid it all back and you have no debt whatsoever, they're like, oh, hey, here you go. Fuck, you can buy the car in a couple months. So like, dude, I really hate it when people leave comments like that have no idea what they're talking about. It's like I'm sure I'll get, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned in this. We're so far past what I intended to make this video about. So, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned the Lamborghini versus Tesla. If anybody's watching the video up to this point, feel free to go down into the comments. I'm sure there's a bunch of oh, this guy, tell us you know nothing about cars without telling us you know nothing about cars. Okay, Jimmy. In all fairness, I don't know anything about cars. I love cars, but like I genuinely don't know much about them, honestly. So that is actually a fact. But I do know for a fact, Tesla, Lamborghini, just as fast. I've raced multiple of them. They are absolutely just as fast as a Lamborghini. That is an actual fact, okay? And 5090, we're talking about speed. We're not talking about, okay, we're not talking about whether it's fucking AI or raw performance. We're talking about speed. Who the fuck cares if it's AI or raw performance if AI can do the exact same thing as raw performance, which Tesla does the exact same thing as raw performance. So you get my point, dude. So like, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, man. We're an hour into this. I know I got severely off topic towards like the majority of this video. I know I can't remember why I went down that rabbit hole or why I explained what I explained, but I didn't want to stop explaining anything because I know I was explaining it for a reason. And in all fairness, even if it wasn't me explaining all that stuff for a reason, hopefully it can inspire people that may be in a bad place, just knowing that, okay, well, goddamn, bro, like, dude, I don't have a GED. I never finished. The highest grade I finished is 6th grade. And just to put, so rather than rounding it up, I'm just going to tell you how much I make per month. And this is not me bragging. This is just me to inspire people so that you can also do the same thing. And so that you can know that if you are on disability and you are on food stamps and you are on cash assistance and you do have to go to food pantries and you're in disabled housing and maybe you are going in and out of treatment centers and residential centers and inpatient programs and psych wards and all that kind of stuff, then maybe this can inspire you. For you maybe feeling stuck and feeling like you're never going to get anywhere. Look, it did take me a long time. It took me 10 years. It took me 10 years to be where I'm at now. But it only took me about 4 years to start being able to live comfortably and not necessarily worry about money. And then the whole business stuff and all the entrepreneur stuff with like the PC business and how I started beginning to do that. I've been doing that now for, I want to say probably 2 or 3 years. And that's really where the money started like really started to like increase and stuff. So I want to say between when I started my YouTube journey, between that 1 and 4 years, at the 4-year mark, I was making around $3,000 or $4,000 a month off of YouTube, like just the ad revenue. I don't make that much off of YouTube anymore. The way they do monetization is pretty shit now. And in all fairness, my gaming channel is kind of dead. It's hit or miss with the videos that I upload to my gaming channel. It's just kind of hit or miss. My PC channel is doing pretty well right now. It's making about $400 a month. It's a small channel for those of you that are wondering like what you can make with a small channel. I mean, I don't care. I'll fucking show you. It's not like it's against the rules. Hold on. Here, my PC channel here. So I make about 420, epic number, 420. So yeah, dude, that's like a small channel for you to get an idea. But either way, so it took me about 4 years to get to that like $2,000 or $3,000 mark. Between like 4 and 8, the 4-year mark and the 8-year mark, my income actually started to go down because I swapped from Destiny, which Destiny was kind of one of its own things. It was a very popular game and videos were doing very, very well during that time period. And so like the 4 to 8, so the 4 to 8 years mark wasn't, I was actually doing, in all fairness, this was kind of like a dark play. I was very depressed during this time period. And I was kind of going crazy because I couldn't figure out, and I still can't figure out my YouTube channel or my audience on my gaming channel, which is why I started all my other channels. So that 4 to 8 year mark, I was probably making a total of $1,000 a month, which doesn't sound like anything. I get it, dude, but you got to remember, I was on Social Security. I was fucking surviving off $500 a month. So I was like, that's double what I was making. All right. So there was like that time period. Then I put my ego aside and I just kind of, I was like, okay, my gaming channel is dead, dude. I gotta figure this out. Like I've been trying to like figure this out for 4 years now. Nothing is working. So I'm going to start some new channels. I started my vlog channel, which eventually got monetized because I started that when YouTube started having their rules of whatever, how to monetize a channel. So I started that, the 1,000 hours or 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours watch time. That channel got monetized in probably a year. And I started making a few $100s from that channel each month. And then I started my AI channel, just like covering AI news and stuff. And that channel did really well. And that channel got to a point where I was making between $6,000 and $7,000 a month. I eventually sold that channel and I started my animation channel. And I also sold anyway. So the animation channel was also making a pretty decent amount of money. That was making between $4,000 and $5,000 a month. Obviously, animation is pretty hard to do. It's hard to like pump out tons of content. So like, you know, it may not be a lot, but I was only uploading a video every month. So there's that. And then I eventually sold that channel as well. And the reason I sold the AI and the animation channels is because of AI. You know, you're going to be able to go to AI and like create your own fucking cartoon in a matter of a few seconds. So just learning along the journey. And then I started my PC channel and I started making money with my PC channel, but my PC channel is also when I started the PC business. And this is where money started getting absolutely ridiculous. Okay. And the reason that money started getting ridiculous is because, I mean, you guys know what it's a fucking, they're high-end gaming. You've seen the hundreds of computers I've built on my channel. For the most part, they're all high-end. And how I went about doing this is I figured out a way to cycle everything to give as much value to everybody as possible and make my income elsewhere that isn't tied to my customers. So because of that, people see what I'm doing. They like what I'm doing. They realize that I can build them a computer for the exact same price that they can build a computer. It's just, I'm literally spending my time to build the computer when they don't have to spend their own time doing it. And the reason and the way that I've been able to do this is because I'll go to Amazon. So I have a 5% cashback credit card, never leave a balance, always pay it off. And it's because I've figured out how to cycle this. And so I still go to Amazon. I buy all my parts from Amazon. Yes, fully aware that a $4,000 computer worth of parts bought off of Amazon is probably going to be like $3,800 if you fucking browse the internet for 4 hours looking for cheap shit. Okay, get it. Fully aware you could probably save a couple $100. Don't really care about saving a couple $100. I'm not charging people anything for the computer. So if whatever, you get my point, dude. Got that comment like when I was explaining how I run my business. It's just like, are you serious right now? Are you fucking seriously gonna say that? Fucking idiot, dude. This is so baffling. Everybody always has an opinion of something they're not doing. But anyways, man, so whatever. $4,000 computer. Yes, fully aware you could probably save $100, $200 browsing the internet for 2 hours. I'm whatever, dude. You know, if you really don't value your time and you just want to save $200 spending 3 hours looking for shit, go for it. I value my time, don't care. So anyways, you can imagine that. Like, I don't build much anymore. I've honestly kind of put the PC building stuff to a halt because I just couldn't it's pretty, if you go to my like channels and you look at the uploads, there was like this period where I wasn't uploading for like a month at a time. And the reason I wasn't uploading a month at a time is because I literally did not have time to create any videos because I was getting so many people coming from YouTube is such a powerhouse with marketing. Like, you need to keep in mind, dude, the most, like, think about like how most people used to do sales. Like, views are going door to door. Like, imagine, like, even if it's 100 views on a YouTube video, imagine going to 100 different houses. Imagine how much time that would take. 100 views on YouTube, even if it's just 100 views, dude. Imagine going to 100 different houses and trying to sell somebody something and it actually being a value. Like, literally, and keep in mind, like, the people that actually watch the videos are actually interested in the video that you're freaking making. So it's much easier to sell something because the viewer actually chose to click your video, which is literally on the topic that you're, whatever. You get my point. Selling PCs. Most people that are watching my videos are interested in PCs or gaming. It doesn't really matter, one or the other. The PC channel, yes, I'm fully aware that most people already know how to build a computer, but that's where the affiliate marketing comes into play. People click the affiliate link over to they go over to Amazon, and if they buy anything within the next 24 hours, anything, not just the link that they clicked, and just so we're clear, I don't make any money from your wallet. Amazon pays me money for sending you over to Amazon. It's free marketing for Amazon, and because of that, they pay me for sending you over there to buy something. So that's a huge misconception that people have with affiliate marketing. So just so we're clear, I'm still not charging my customers anything because affiliate marketing costs nothing to you. And then I made a video like when I first started this stuff, and this was actually when the PS5 was really hard to get. So the PS5, and this is when I swapped everything on my gaming channel to the more PC gaming side of stuff. So when the PS5 was really hard to get, I ended up making this video going over the top 5 gaming PCs under $1,000. That video fucking blew up overnight. And you got to keep in mind, I'm actually going to show you this because it's ridiculous. Oh shit, I'm not logged into that account. 1,000. Let me see. So I really want to show you guys this just so you can get an idea. Keep in mind, this is 100,000. All right, this is it right here. It's literally the first one that I ever uploaded. So I'm going to show you guys this. So the analytics. So the total views, right? Keep in mind, the majority of these came like within the first like week of me uploading this video. And these links right here, this is even when the channel's name was Super Dan. I should probably change those. I'm not changing shit with this though. So anyways, you get USA affiliate link, Canada affiliate link, UK affiliate link, Australia affiliate link. So pretty much if I copy this, if it's even for sale still. So now, so what ends up happening is people would review or people would go and they would go buy this computer, right? Is this the one? Yeah, 107F 1660. So this is the computer right here. I just want you to put this into perspective, okay? I want you to think about this. $1,100, okay? Keep in mind, obviously this is like, why is it still $1,100 fucking dollars? That's such a ripoff right now. I would never buy that for 11 grand. But either way, dude, I mean, I guess it is I've been building computers, so my mind is kind of consumed. Maybe that is normal for a computer with those specs in a pre-built manner. I could build that for like $600. But so my mind is kind of like still in my own PC building state. But either way, just so we can kind of do the math easily here, I'm going to reduce this to $1,000. Okay. So keep in mind 150,000 people. And please keep in mind, I do this pretty consistently. Overnight, dude, keeping all those views like within the first fucking like week, most of them, like it was over 100,000 views within the first week. $1,000 computer. Let's just make the math really easy here. $1,000 computer, 5% commission. That's $50 per person. Per person that I make money from. Per person. One person that buys that computer, I make $50. Out of 150,000 people. Just think about that. Obviously not all 150,000 people, whatever, went and bought this computer. But dude, like even if it was like literally 1% of those, like that's 115 people multiplied by $50. That's 1%, and it was over 1%. My conversion rate is about, my conversion rate on Amazon is about 30 something. My conversion rate from sending people from YouTube and buying something on Amazon is a little under 10. So it's like it hovers between 7 and 10. So there you go. You can kind of do the math. One video, one computer. There's other computers in this list, obviously, that are around $1,000 as well. But you can kind of do the math there, dude. Like 100 times $50. What's that? Calculator. Obviously, this isn't the exact. I made way more than this, and if I'm just being honest. 100 times 50. It's $5 grand. So within the first week, dude, I made most people's salary. And I was just like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. This is insane. So you could imagine somebody making that. I was like, this is what I'm doing from now on. This is fucking ridiculous. So I have a bunch of computers like the time. And this is where I started becoming like that like really like the money got to me. And I don't do it anymore. But the money, it did get to me, dude, because it was just like, I literally went from like pretty much making absolutely jack shit to like making an absolutely ridiculous amount of money just like overnight. And it's just like, I haven't made this much ever since. I just want to be real. I have not made this much money ever since then. This was like a one-hit wonder, and it was because it was the perfect timing. It was like the PS5 came out. Nobody could get one. Every single PS5 was on eBay and Amazon for like $2 grand. They were also being scalped up. Sony wasn't putting them in stores. I had a following of, I don't remember how many subscribers I had on the gaming channel. Let's just say 50,000 subscribers at the time period. So, you know, you got like a bunch of people that are there that want a PS5 but can't get one. So I make a video going over the best gaming PCs on Earth. You know, it was just really, really, really good timing. And again, during the holiday season, that is when the PS5 came out. So everybody has money and is buying things for the holiday. It really came down to the timing. It was literally the timing that made me that kind of money. But like after that, dude, and when I realized I could start making that much money, I was like, this is fucking insane, man. Like within a week, I made most people's yearly salary. So anyways, I was explaining all that for a reason. And this is just me being, I cannot. So I would show you what I'm making on Amazon. Okay. Actually, oh, fuck. Amazon is showing you this right here. I didn't even have to do the math. This is an influencer extension. So offsite commission and this would mean, oh, it's even, no, that's how much I make from the commission. Right. Yeah. So there you go. $50. That's literally what I make for every single one of these computers. And if we come over here, it'll do the same for, let's even just do it like a lower end one so that we can get an idea of what like an even cheaper computer would make me. I gotta wait for the extension to load. Give it a minute. So $28 for this computer. So anyway, and Amazon is showing me this, so I know I don't have to worry about this part, but they are very everybody will tell you this. Like they literally ban people for showing you how much they make on their affiliate account and their influencer account. So I'm not going to show you that because goddamn, bro, it would be like the most hurt. I wouldn't be alive if I ever lose my account. I literally would end my life. But anyways, so the reason I was explaining all this is because first of all, it's going to increase my watch time for anybody that actually listened to me for this amount of time. But I also wanted to explain this to people because it was not an overnight thing. This has taken me 10 years to figure out, okay? Yes, I have not been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for a few years, but I needed that 7 other years in order to know how to do this, and in order to see in order to have the drive to do it. And the reason I had the drive to do it is because of there's a book on this. It's called The Dip. So that's what I'm going to call it. It's called The Dip. I hate reading. I don't like reading, but I listen to 2 hours worth of podcasts every single day. First thing I do in the morning, go for an hour walk. Last thing I do in the evening, go for an hour walk. Both times I listen to podcasts. I don't listen to music. I learn and I educate myself during these periods. So that's another reason that I've been able to do this. Like, people need to understand that these overnight successes that you see online, most of them are like 10 to 15 year overnight successes. You're just seeing them explode. Whereas the other 10 years, they've been in a fucking dip. All right. So most people. So anyways, so I just want to, cause we're going on an hour and a half here and I want to wrap this up. This is just getting absurd. So anyways, when I first started YouTube, it wasn't doing well. Destiny came out, exploded, did extremely well. Destiny died. Then that's when I entered the dip, and I entered the dip for 4 years and didn't give up. I'm still doing YouTube, bro. 10 years later. I genuinely, if I didn't like what I do, I would not be doing this 10 years later, okay? Especially with how hard and how long I had to suffer through that shit.